Okay, good morning, guys. How are you doing today? It's a pleasure to have you here. First of all, I would like to apologize for the background noise. Hopefully, it's not too much and the audio is still of good enough quality, right? So, quickly now, let's see what's happening out there. This is the first week in January. Today is the 5th of January 2021. So far so good. No trade this year, and nothing much for now. Waiting for price to do its thing as usual. We always wait for price to move, then we follow, right? Yesterday on the pound we had this major drop, and for pounds, Boris Johnson has ordered a national lockdown of England. And of course that's serious based on the COVID-19. Seems everybody's still battling with the corona, even with the vaccinations going up and down. But from what we have here, this is what we like to see. Of course, we like to see a breakout of this level here. So it's the support. If you look very well, we always have it act as a form of flip. So from what we have here, like to say breakout here, and then a pullback, and then a follow through. That means that we're expecting the dollars to be strong today, and we're expecting dollars to be strong. We could also check on the dollar index to see what's happening on the dollar index. For the dollar index too, from what we have, remember last year it ended heavily on the low side. It made new lows for 2020. So from what we have here, expecting a breakout here, a retest, and then push higher. This would also, if this move happens, it will also help our cable, of course, also based on what's happening in the England, based on UK and the coronavirus trying to curb it. So we'll watch all of this together. Yesterday we had gold do close to 400 pips moving to the upside, and this is what we had on gold. We had it push up with a little gap from Sunday open. Now from what we have here, now we have it's of course taking a little breather, but who knows, it might push higher. If it does, the pullback here and push higher would be good for an entry on the pullback. And of course, if it falls, if it falls, it's a long way down because it's an uptrend and it's always good for us to follow the trend. But if it falls, only until it breaks this level here. I'd like to see it break this level here. Of course, we always work with key levels to see what's happening here. So I'd just like to see a breakout of this area here, pull back to test this. Pull back to test this, and of course to drop further down. Of course, you already know that I'm a breakout pullback trader. It helps me to judge the strength, the direction of the market, so I could have a clean enough and stress-free, yeah, that's the word, stress-free trade. This is what we have on gold, right? Of course, Bitcoin making a whole lot of buzz, but something happened yesterday. We were talking about Bitcoin. And of course, if you watch the video that we did yesterday on Bitcoin, we said with the gaps here, of course, it played out nicely. We said with the gaps here, we're having gaps that have not been respected. And then what happened? We had the market give us this quick or fast on flash, right? Flash move back to this area here. And of course, from what it did, we already knew that because of the pending orders that will be sitting in this area here, because of the penny orders that will be sitting in this area here, we already knew that the buyers most likely will still push it up. But one thing we want to now take note of is, in as much as it dropped down here just to probably scare those buyers that came in a bit late, and of course sellers were looking forward to closing this gap here. So to scare buyers that came in late, one, and then also to fool other traders that might believe, oh, okay, great, it's time to sell. So let's sell heavily and let's see it drop further. But if you look at the reaction that we got, when it got to this area of untested, This was former resistance that has not been tested as support before. But when it got to this area, immediately it reacted with this big candle here and then pushed higher. But this push higher, if you ask me, let me just map this area. Sorry if the chart is beginning to get a bit messy, but mapping this whole area here is beginning to look rather weak in a way. If you ask me, price action looking weak, and I'm expecting further drop. Who knows? I'm expecting further drop, and maybe it might do something like this, and who knows? Maybe it might still drop down a bit more. But let me clean this up. But this is what ultimately I would like to see. I like to see a breakout of this level here, right? Either a breakout to the upside or a breakout to the downside. Either way, it's going to break out either up or down. I want to see a retest for me to try and get an entry. I could also drop to a lower time frame and see whether you can get something around here. The lower time frames could also give you a form of support, resistance, supply, demand, key levels that you can use to get an early start and then follow it in a particular direction. Right, so this Bitcoin, of course, this is also like a mini follow-up to the video from yesterday. You can go and watch the full video yesterday where we talked about Bitcoin before all these down moves occurred, where we talked about the gap, this gap over here, and what we were expecting with respect to the gap, right? So as I said earlier, nothing much on the reader. Dollar CAD waiting for a breakout either way. Dollar yen, same thing. A lot of charts tend to look messy, but if you look at it very well, by the time you have enough screen time, you start to have a better understanding of what the market is trying to do, and then you will be able to easily and patiently wait for the market to act and then you react. So we should also be calling ourselves reaction traders, right? This Bitcoin, for a counter trend move, what we said, I'm just putting this out as well, for a counter trend move, we said because it has been pushing high. Of course, without a doubt, we already know that there is divergence here. Without a doubt, we already know there's divergence here, and we're expecting the divergence to play out, and that was exactly what happened here, right? So of course the divergence should be over now, but let's still see what happens. As I said, on this Bitcoin, I want to see get more information from inside this box area here, right? Okay, great. So nothing much, but of course we're still here. Anything that pops up, we'll definitely update this and we'll see what we can make out of the market, right? Fundamentally speaking too, I think inauguration should be coming up within I think about 2 weeks from now for Joe Biden. Donald Trump still trying his best to block it, and of course UK and the national lockdown, and of course other countries also on the lockdown, trying to curb more vaccinations here and there, Germany and so on, right? But of course we need to just keep on paying attention to what's happening and see how we can take advantage. Don't rush, lots of opportunities, and of course you don't even need too many opportunities to hit your target. Less can actually be more, and your money in your pocket is better than your money in somebody else's pocket. So do not be in a hurry to put your money in somebody else's pocket. With that said, I want to say thank you. It's been a pleasure. Of course, updates to follow through by Thursday, 2 days from now, to see what came about the market, right? But from now, get some rest, watch the market, don't rush, use proper stop loss, calculate your risk appropriately, place your trades, and don't mess with it, right? Don't tamper with it. Don't let your emotions get in the way, and of course you'll be great. You'll do just fine this year. Great. Thank you for listening. If this video was helpful, don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and of course comment below if you have any question whatsoever. If you want us to analyze any instrument of your choice, as I trade the majors and gold, right? Also now watching Bitcoin. But if you want us to analyze anything, just comment below, and of course we'll do a quick video explaining that chart and what's happening to it. Okay, thank you, enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye for now.